There we go. So I was told to speak a little bit about the mental skills or the mental approach to the game, which is a really cool topic and something that I hold close to my heart just because the mental side of the game is something I've really worked on the past couple of years. And I think really developed my skills and took them to the next level. And something I'm super passionate about because it really is like, I know we hear it's 80% of the game, and that is true. Like the mental side of the game the game is more mental than people think about it. So I kind of just want to talk a little bit. I did some research. I've had a lot of stuff going on, so like I said, bear with me because I was trying to put a little something together during the time that I was free, but uh nothing crazy. So obviously we've all, gone through. Oh, let me give you a little background. So obviously I'm Skylar. I'm Skylar Wallace. I am number 17 or was number 17 at the University of Florida. I played shortstop there for 3 years. I graduated from there with a bachelor's in sport management. I'm getting a master's in sport management, which is a lot of school for you young girls. It's a lot of school. So proud of myself for that one. I transferred from the University of Alabama, so I faced some adversity. I had to sit out, and that was a really mental moment for me. That was really impactful to my career, I feel like. And I feel like I've really grown as not only as an athlete, but as a female for the mental side of just life lately. So really experiencing that. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. So who all has heard of the little voice in their head and sometimes is like, can this little thing like shut up? We've all experienced that, right? Like we've all had that little thing. It's like an angel and a devil on the shoulder, and they're like talking back and forth, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? So that is a good thing. We want that. There's some good things, there's some nasty things in there, and as we try to ignore it, it's a hard thing to do. Especially during competition, when there's a lot of adversity or pressure. I feel like that's the time when a lot of these voices in your head tend to rise. So I want everyone to take a few minutes to kind of think about one good moment and one bad moment they can remember where they had that voice in their head and it was a really good thought, and you persevered or overcame something, or you succeeded on something, and then one moment that voice in your head was negative or bad or something you just wanted to quiet down for a second. So just take a few minutes, think about that, write it down if you want to. I do expect to share. We're going to be sharing here. We're going to be active because I don't want to be the only one talking. So I'm going to force you guys to talk to me. Hope you guys are comfortable with that. I love to talk, so don't be shy. Uh, so yeah, take a few minutes for that, and then I will 2 minutes starting now. And then just during that thinking, I just want you to kind of remember your thoughts during that performance. Did you feel in control? Did you feel confident? Did you feel scared? Did time slow down? Did things feel effortless? If you were hitting, did you feel really confident and like normal in the box? Did you feel weird out of it? How were you feeling? What were you focused on? That's a big thing. So think about, if you can recall on that, if you were focused on a certain thing, if you were having fun, that's important. Were you having fun? And then again, if that voice was super quiet, and positive, or loud and negative, kind of think about that and recall on that if you can. About 30 more seconds or so. Okay, everybody good? Everyone got some thoughts down? Anybody want to share a positive or negative moment they experienced? It's okay. I have some I can share too. Anybody got one? Go ahead. Just go ahead and unmute yourself whenever. Yeah, you don't have to raise your hand.
Okay, sorry. So,
Oh, you're good.
A positive experience I was just thinking of last weekend. I had some fall games, and I have been really working on my hitting recently because that's always been a weakness for me. And I came into the game feeling pretty confident after a good week of work.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout that bat, I was just telling, or my first at bat, telling myself, keep it simple. And I was looking for something inside to drive it hard back up the middle. And I did. I hit a double the first at bat. And then going into the next at bat, sometimes it's like when I get a good hit, I'll try to swing out of my shoes the next at bat. So I was just telling myself again, same approach and keep it simple, and it worked out again, and I hit another double. So that was
Nice.
good.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. That's a good example of kind of controlling your thoughts and just staying present. Anyone else have anything they want to share? One more person, maybe something negative, a negative time, anything? Nope. All right. Well, so during these things, during competition, I should say, there's these moments that you can either have really, really good self-talk or really negative self-talk. And I think there's a multiple. And I mean, you can think of 1,000 little things that you could have during your thoughts during a game. What am I having for lunch? My stomach hurts. Did I turn my straightener off? Did I do this? Oh my God, why did I swing at that pitch? Oh my God, why did I not swing at that pitch one pitch earlier? Oh my God, what if I missed this and the fans literally scream at me that I'm the worst player ever? Oh my God, what if she literally ropes one down my throat right now? What if my pitcher misses my spots and this girl goes yard? What are we going to do? This, then I'm going to have to do this. There's a lot of things, right, that can go on. It's overwhelming, but I want to talk a lot about why performance self-talk is important and how to really, pick up on little things that can help improve your overall performance. So has anyone heard of like being in the state of flow? Anyone know what that might be? Okay, so state of flow is kind of where you are feeling everything. You are in the zone. You're having all the momentum. You are on a roll. It could be negative or positive. You are just in a good zone. You are feeling things. You're present. You're moving. You're active. Your thoughts are, flowing out the brain. It's just like a little wave. Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a good flow. So we're gonna talk about that. And we're going to talk a lot about self-talk. Who here has ever looked in the mirror and be like, oh my God, I look absolutely terrible? Been there, right? Who has ever looked in the mirror and be like, oh yeah, I'm her. That's me. Yeah, like I'm that girl, right? We all go through it. We have both things, we both thoughts both ways, and that goes into the game too. So when your body is going through these flow stages, it's really important to pick up on key things that you're doing. So one is going to be your self-talk. How am I talking to myself? Is this devil on my shoulder sitting here chirping like, don't swing at the right ball. Don't chase the next pitch. Don't swing and miss. Don't field this ground ball and throw it away. Or is it sitting there and it's saying, be present, stay in the zone, find a good pitch, keep your feet moving, stay loose, stay moving. See how those are little things that you can kind of pick up on when your brain's talking to yourself? I think it's important to notice that. But that all starts back into your training. So who here goal sets? Do we write down our goals? Do we do that? I feel like Ashley's the type of person to like really make you guys write down your goals and like be nitty gritty with it, right? She's like to a T, type A, this way, this way, this way, this way, right? We know her like that. Yeah, I know. So goal setting is very important. I want you to think about when you're goal setting, not to be super direct with your goal. So what I mean by that is you want to get better with hitting and you want to hit 30 home runs. Cool. We all want to hit 30 home runs, right? 30 home runs would be freaking legit. That'd be awesome. But it doesn't happen like that. So it's like, how can I build up for 30 home runs and goal set to progress myself there rather than just forcing myself to hit 30 home runs? Because it's not that easy. We all know that. You just don't put in a little bit of work, hit 30 home runs. There's a time to it. Okay, so how can I do my T work? How can I do my front toss? How can I be intentional in my goal setting so therefore I can accomplish and be successful in hitting 30 home runs? So that's the first thing. That's a mental training tool. It's just goal setting. Not being super direct, but I really want you to think about the little things and being critical with that. Does anyone have one off the top of their head that they could possibly share or want to think about or anything? So like one for me personally in the past season was I really wanted to develop my arm slots better. So I wanted to be able to throw from here. I wanted to be throwing from here. I wanted to throw from lower. I wanted to throw from even lower than that, which you can't see, but on the run type thing. I really wanted to work on my arm slots. So I broke it down of how I was going to do that. And I said, every day on Monday, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do this drill against the wall with a ball, and I'm going to do 10 reps. And I'm going to do 10 reps. And then from there, after I've properly warmed up, I'm going to take that and be super strict to myself on how I'm warming up my throws. So I'm not just going to be playing catch, joking around, because that's just creating bad habits. Because how you practice is how you play. I promise you. If you're in there and you're lollygagging throws or you're taking swings and you're just kind of repping them out to just do it, that's how you're going to swing. You cannot go in there and expect to perform if you're not goal setting and properly preparing at practice to prepare for the game. Okay. So there we have our goal setting. Then we go to imagery. Anyone ever imagine something happening? Oh my God, this boy's going to ask me out. Like, oh my God, this is going to happen. Oh my God, this game, I'm going to go 3 for 3. We all envision that, right? That's really, really important. So I want, and not softball related, doesn't have to be anything that you're doing right now in your life. I want you to take a minute and imagine yourself being super successful in something. If you have a test coming up, I want you to take 30 seconds and be like, I'm going to crush that exam. I'm going to crush that test. If you have to go pack your lunch after this because your mom makes you pack your lunch, you're going to oh yeah, I'm going to lock in for 5 minutes and I'm going to pack that lunch better than anybody who's ever packed that lunch or whatever it might be. If you have to go brush your teeth, you're oh yeah, I'm going to brush my teeth so clean that it's literally going to be squeaking in my mouth for the next 30 minutes. Okay. I want you to take 30 seconds just to think about something. Me too. Ready? All right. I just aced my test. Okay. So that's how mental from goal setting to imagery is kind of some tools that we're going to talk about, or we talked about when it comes to mental training. From imagery is relaxation and energy. So this is really important when you're in the practice. Okay. So you've had your goal setting before. You've done that. You've written down your goals. You know what you want to accomplish. Okay. When you're going to practice and when you're on that car ride, like Alyssa is right now, Alyssa's going to a hitting lesson. She could be imagining how well her hitting lesson is going to go. Okay, we're going to work on this, and I'm going to really feel how my legs are connecting with my barrel at the time. Okay, that's what I've been working on the past week. I'm going to really lock in for the next hour of my hitting lesson and really feel how my legs work. Okay, and then when you're there, you've already thought about things that you need to do in this lesson that you can really absorb the knowledge and things around you to really grow into what you're doing, the skills that you're doing. So that's where this relaxation and energy gets to come in. You just get to have fun. This is your fun stage where you get to just let loose, be fun, and be confident in what you're doing because you've already done the hard work of thinking about it technically. And then self-talk is going to come after that. This is where you're going to be motivating. You're going to be real. You're going to raise your energy. You're going to lower your energy based off the day. You're going to have really high attention to details. You're going to have really low stress levels and really high stress levels, and then really high self-confidence and really low self-confidence. But it's how do we deal with the ups and the downs so that we can stay in a very straight line and be under control during really tough moments. So for me personally, when I'm having this self-talk, it's okay. I always like to tell myself I can be scrambled eggs in my head for 30 seconds. I get 30 seconds to be a scrambled little egg up here. I can have all the negative. Oh my God, you're so dumb. Why did you swing at that? Oh my God, like you suck. Like you practice so much and you can't even throw the ball to first base properly. Like what? And then it's like, okay, that's it. I'm hurt. I got this. It's all good. We all make mistakes. Here I am as a professional still making throwing errors. Let's be real. That's fourth grade level. Or am I joking myself? But that's how it is. That's life. You know, your arm is not always going to slot up perfectly. You're not always going to hit the ball perfectly. I trust me, wish I could, because that would be legit if I could just square up the ball every single time. Like I would love softball so much more if I could just hit a ball perfectly every time. That'd be so amazing. But that's when you have the catch that. So when you're having those negative talks, it's important to be paying attention to what you're saying to yourself. If you're sitting there and you're telling yourself you're not good, you're why did you swing at that? I don't make an air. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to swing at the rise ball. You're going to chase a bad pitch. You're not going to get a hit. You're not going to be successful. You're going to make an air. The ball is going to find you and something's going to happen. So catching how you're talking to yourself, picking up on it, and then reversing that. Okay, I caught it. Negative thought. Ooh, nope, no more. Bye. Smack her out of the way. Okay, let me walk back in. Like, let me figure it out. And how. This is important to, this is where it's going to be really important to know what is, what's going to bring you back to that flow state, bring you back to the zone. So for example, for me hitting, if I'm not doing well and my mind is all over the place and I'm, okay, this pitcher throws a screwball, curveball, rise ball, and a changeup, and she's really good at placing the curveball here and the changeup here. Let me find a good pitch I can drive. And here I am chasing all over the zone, looking for all these pitches because I don't want to get struck out. I don't want to get out. I'm all over the place. In the box. All right. Be simple. Use your legs. Keep your hands moving. Use your legs. Keep moving. See the ball. Hit the ball. Be simple. Be loose. Use your legs. It's always what I go back to. Be simple. Stay loose. Stay loose. Here we go. Oh, yeah. She's not beating me. She's not about to beat me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Bam. Okay. And I want to go back to one thing I mentioned is routine. Who here has a routine? Right? We all have a morning routine, night routine. We're all in the TikToks. Oh yeah, we're watching the morning routine. So aesthetic, very nice. Same thing goes for softball. Have to have a routine. I'm telling you, trust me when I say this, if you can start building your routine right now, it will save you some struggles in the long run. Build a solid routine. Okay. I'm going to get up for a second. So say I'm in the box. All right. I'm going really well. Every single time I get in the box, I'm in, I'm ready. Okay. When I get out, I unstrap my batting gloves, whatever it might be. You might kick your cleat to your bat. You might look down at the foul pole. You might just stare at your coach and look right through him. Find something that is going to reset you. Find something that you can look at every single time on your field that's not going to move and it's going to reset you. Your batting gloves are never going to leave. Batting gloves never leave. Your bat's always going to be in your hand. There's always going to be foul poles. Your coach is always going to be there. There's always going to be a dugout. There's something that's always going to be there. Find something that you can look at and focus on that's going to reset you. Okay. So here we are. Have one foot in, I have one foot out. I'm doing my thing. Okay. Here we go. Can't be beat. All right. Stay loose. Stay simple. Good legs. All right. Strike one. There it is. All right. Cool. Here we go. Stay loose. Stay simple. Use my legs. Okay. Things will happen. If you repetitively do this, you're going to get a routine. You're going to find your flow state. You're going to have good thoughts. You're going to have good images. You're going to have success. All right. Now tell me this. I'm in the box. Tell me how this looks. Don't swing at that. Oh my God. She's going to throw a rise ball. Wait, what if she throws a changeup? I don't know what's going to, okay. Just swing at a good pitch. Oh, okay. All right. Strike one. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Coach, what the, all right. How does that look to you as a pitcher? Looks all over the place, right? I'm literally like, oh yeah, that's it. That is it. If I'm a hitter and I see you moving around, you're like, all right, oh my God, is there a hole in my glove? Why is there a rock right here? What the heck? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to hit a freaking bullet right to that girl. She is not ready. She is literally not ready. I am hitting a bullet to her and I am going to get a hit. But that goes to show how important your routine is. But you can't have a routine until you build that back into your early stages of work. So when you're at hitting or when you're at practice, this is the time I want you to really pick up on your routine, what might reset you, and how you're going to talk to yourself. So for me, I was always one on the field. I was always kicking the dirt. So that was like my reset. Okay, something happened. There it is. I wiped it. That was my wipe away. Okay, good, done. All right, next pitch. Let's go. Yep, I've trained, I've worked. Things like I'm ready for this. I'm built for this. If I'm hitting, my thing was I was always batting gloves. I like my batting gloves super tight. I want those tight. So I'm always doing that. All right. Tap, tap, point. All right. Yep. Game over. Game over. But build that at practice. I did that all the time. Obviously, when you're doing front toss, I know things go, but just, maybe after 5 swings, you step out. All right. We'll reset. Here we go. What am I working on? All right. We're working on staying inside out the ball. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Repetition, repetition, repetition will be your best friend. And then that's when you're really going to be able to pick up on how you're talking to yourself. Oh, that was a terrible swing. All right, that wasn't the best swing. That wasn't good, but this is what we're going to do. Better one. Next one. So what? Okay. That throw wasn't great. Whatever. All right, here we go. Next time. Oh yeah, I'm getting this one. Change your thoughts. Change your thoughts. You get to have whatever outlook, and this goes for life too. You get to have whatever outlook on life that you choose. And that's going to determine how your success. If you have a really negative outlook, oh, I have to go to hitting. Oh my God, I have to go to practice. Why? No one's forcing you to go. First off, no one's forcing you. Like, why have that outlook? This is supposed to be somewhere you get to connect with people. You get to show yourself. You get to be confident. You get to be skilled. You get to be a badass female in sports. Like, that is so fun. Why not enjoy that time? Okay. Take advantage of that. Do we have any questions so far? I know I'm going a little quick. Good. Okay. And then for the last part, honestly, it's just really being able to dive into your awareness and your learning skills. So this is gonna, like, when I mean your awareness, it's being aware of what I said, like what your reset's gonna be, what your routine's gonna look like. I recommend finding that reset, write it down. Write down your routine. Okay. I want you to practice that in the mirror. I want you to practice that when you're doing little things. I want you to talk to yourself and maybe at practice, talk out loud. Not, why not? Oh, this is what my thoughts saying. Let me say this out loud. So then you can even catch it even more. Okay. If you speak something out and you're speaking into existence, most of the time it happens. But the mental approach to games is really, really important because if you're sitting there and you're like, you can put all the preparation in the world in 100% all the preparation. When I say you cannot walk into a game and not feel like confident and think that you're going to be successful, is crazy. Like, that's especially at the higher level. Like, you have, even if you have to fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. We all have days where we don't want to go. I get it. I had a really bad day at school. I don't want to go to practice. I just want to go lay down and just be in my room for a second, decompress. Totally get it. Fake it till you make it. Find a way to trick yourself that you're not having a bad day. Oh my God, I had such a bad day at school. I get to go to practices and be around a group of people that are actually fun. They're my sisters. I get to go to practice and work on something that I truly enjoy. See how that's a difference in thoughts right there? That's changing the way you're thinking of things. That's changing how you're practicing. That's changing how you're taking reps, which is there going to translate to how you succeed on the field during games, during competition, during adversity, during toughness, during challenges. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? Kind of reaching my end right here. I know I've been all over the place. Like I said, bear with me. I did warn you guys. I'm not a teacher by any means. But I feel like What is my pregame routine? Guys, honestly, you can just scream at me. You don't have to be all formal in the group chat. Um, my pregame routine, as in like what I do before a game, or pregame routine as in like my work and preparing to like warm up.
Like what you do before the game.
Okay, so before the game, usually, okay, so for college it's a little bit different. Because we had to be there freaking like 4 hours before the game time. But it was usually we had early hit. So I would come in, I would kind of do like a light stretch, get my body loose, go into the cage, just be silly, be loose, feel my swing out. This is where I'm really like just being more focused on the little things. Okay, so like today I feel like my legs need to be really emphasize my legs. I really need to focus on that. So maybe I'm, bending down a little bit more. So the during early hit, that's just kind of where I'm figuring out where my swing's out for the day, and then taking like all the work I've done that week and things, and then implementing that. Then I go and I have snack and I do TikTok and dance and all the stuff. And then we have hitting. And so for our pregame hit, it's just the time to like get my reps, get my swings, be loose, be ready to go. Then it's just warming up, stretches, and then going through my glove work stuff, properly activating my arm. And then it's go time. Then it's just go mode. And it's just like, oh yeah, this team is going down and we're gonna freaking find a way to kick their, you know what. And then it's just everything happens from there. I want you guys to know though, like practice is a time where your mental approach and your mental skills really come into play. And then when it comes to the game, that's for the time for it to be fun. That's for your time to let loose, be human. You're gonna make errors. Totally fine. Who cares? It's not the end of the world. Still do it, like I said. You're gonna strike out. Who cares? Not the end of the world. We all do it. You're gonna have a bad call called on you. So what? That umpire not gonna remember it in 5 minutes. So what? Move on. Who cares? But the practice is really where you have to be super aware and super conscious of what's going on in your head, so that when it comes time for the game, you've already done all the work and you're ready to go. And then for my pregame like hit or my routine, like in the box, I was always 1 foot in, 1 foot out. My batting gloves, I was always adjusting those. And then I always drew like a line or like tap two. It was kind of whatever I was feeling for that day. A line across home plate, or two taps in front of home plate, and then I point, and it's like, all right, little squish a bug. Oh yeah, let's go. And that's kind of my routine for that. But that's really all I have for mental approach for me speaking. If you guys have any questions, I know you're only supposed to go till 7, but I'm cool with staying a little bit longer if anybody wants to chat or ask some questions. And if you don't have any questions and you're like, okay, I'm done, totally fine. You can just honestly, I don't know, leave if you want to dip out of the Zoom call. I don't know.
Okay,
Hey, I
last
love this.
question. Oh wait, go ahead, Bella.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, can you just talk about how you got so aggressive and confident on the base path, like your reads and stuff? Is there something that you would say helped you the most?
I think one, coming from a confidence standpoint, it was just knowing that I was athletic, and that I've done little strength work to really be explosive and work on like my power off a bag. And so that was where kind of confidence come. It's also kind of unfair, no offense, but I was just like naturally fast. And it's just always something I've been fast since I was like a little kid. Like I was smoking little boys in a race in like first grade. But for like sports, it was like doing the little details at my training, and then just being like intentional and my reading. So what's the scoreboard say? What's the score of the game? How many outs do we have? Who's hitting in front of me or who's hitting behind me? what's the defense doing? Is my shortstop shifted over towards third base and my second baseman's towards first base? Okay, well, I know no one's going to get to second base. Why would I not take that back? Or is my shortstop shifted all the way over to the middle of the field and my second base is pinching middle? Okay, well, that's kind of tough. There's two people there compared to one. Maybe I should be a little bit more cautious of that. Is the girl behind me on a really hot streak right now hitting doubles? Maybe I should be a little bit more cautious of being, greedy on the bag, because even with a double, I'm in scoring position. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of reading the information of the game that it provides for you, but also just being confident that you are fast. And if you have really explosive steps off the bag, you will be okay. And then also another little detail, pay attention to the catcher's throwdowns during the inning. She will tell you a lot about things that you don't even know. Is she throwing from one knee? Is she lackadaisical? Is she super slow in her transfer? And then when you're on the bag, is she looking over at you? Is she even paying attention to you? Is she kind of just catching it and framing it for a really long time because she wants a call and she's just holding it there? Well, if she's just holding it there, what am I about to do? Take off, because there's no way you're going to be sitting there holding it and then you're going to be like, oh wait, there's a girl running on the bag, and then throw me out. Not happening. So like little things is really important to pay attention to. So I'll go over, pay attention to your defense, the scoreboard. So how many outs, the innings, the score of the game, and then to pay attention to the catcher, what she's doing and the details that she gives you. Bella, did you have a question?
Not really. I was just gonna say I have to go, but this was great. So I have to get to a couple
No,
other.
you're good. Go ahead.
I'm on.
Thanks for joining in.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions? It can be non-softball related too. It could be school related, other sports related. Just want to chit chat. I'm literally home alone, so I'm just kind of chilling. So I have some time. If you need to go, feel free to just say peace and dip. But I'm going to give you guys a few seconds in case you want to come up with some questions. Favorite thing about Florida? I think the atmosphere. I think it's a really special place. And I know people say that and they're like, oh, cool. Yeah, whatever. But Gainesville is like very, very unique. Just the fact that like, if I wanted to go in there and I wanted to be an interior designer, I'm going to have every opportunity to be successful as an interior designer. If I'm going to go in there and do architect, then I'm going to have every opportunity to be an excellent architecture. If I'm going to play softball, I'm going to have the coaches and all the resources in order to be successful at softball. So I just think the community behind you is just unreal. I wish our football team would be a little bit better. That'd be nice, but hopefully we'll get there. Emma, any questions? I've seen you've been active and moving around. I feel like you got something.
How did you like get to playing like D1 softball?
So I obviously was on a travel team, and I think that was part of the reason why I got recruited. So I was playing in a lot of the showcases in the fall, and just doing things. Luckily for my coach, he had a few connections and I had people that I knew, or that he knew. And so was able to kind of get things going. But we had the showcase was a lot of the time where we go and like, so I remember so many college coaches sitting in these stands and like, it was like nerve wracking. But it was just showcases a lot. And then I would say like for someone, cause I know things have kind of changed, then I don't even know if they're doing showcases nowadays. Like I might be so old, they don't even do showcases, but sending your like your videos, I would send like, if you're going to go to a coach and you're going to send them an email, be detailed. Don't make them do any work. Okay. So have your name in the subject and maybe have, say Emma Wallace - Georgia Impact Lewis 18U. That's your team. Or you can do Georgia Impact Lewis, whatever, and then it's going to be your name. So then they know exactly what team you're going for and who you are. And then in the email, you can greet them, hi, coach, whatever. I'm really interested in playing with you. I've attached some videos below for you, or make a little highlight reel or something. Just little things, do that. And then attach your schedule. I think that's really important. Like, here's where I'll be playing and the dates. So then they have one, your name, 2, the team you're playing for. 3, they have some videos and kind of can get an idea of what your skills are and what they can do. And then they also have your schedule, so they'll know where you'll be and how they watch you. So I think that's really important. And then if you can go out to the camps, I know those are kind of expensive nowadays and getting out of hand, but that's always a good way to get right in front of the coach and really connect with them like one-on-one. So if you can do that and want to, I would recommend doing that with the school.
Also, how were you able to like deal with nerves for like showcases and stuff? Because I know my team, like, I think like sometime soon we're gonna start doing those. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is right to kind of what we talked about. But just know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, just know they want to see you fail. They want to see you strike out. They want to see you miss a ground ball and how you're going to handle that. They want to see you, if you're a pitcher, give up a hit and how you're going to respond. The biggest thing when it comes to recruiting, I feel like, is 1, how you're going to act to your teammates. 2, how are you going to respond to failure? And then 3, how are you going to treat the other people around you? So that's what they're going to pay for. Your skills and stuff can always be developed. You can always have a hitting coach help you be a really good hitter. You can always have a coach help you become a really good fielder. You can always have a pitching coach develop your pitches, but you can never teach someone how to act. You can never teach someone how to respond to failure, and you can never teach someone to be confident and treat others well. So just know and tell your team that it's okay to be nervous. There's nothing I can tell you that's not going to make you nervous, because there's people there, they're grown-ups, they're just sitting there like literally like this, just watching you. Like, how is that not nerve-wracking? Like, I don't know what coaches, like, why they don't think we're nervous, but like, what are you writing down in your notebook? Like, tell me what you're writing down in your notebook. Like, that's nerve-wracking. Are you writing down I suck? Am I good? Do you want me? Do you want my teammate? Like, I'm confused. But just let it be. Just have fun. Be excited about it, because in the end, everything's going to work out how it's supposed to work out. If you're supposed to go to the biggest school, UCLA or Oklahoma, you're going to go there. I promise. If you're supposed to go to University of North Florida and that's where you're supposed to be, you're going to go there. I promise everything's going to work out. Just trust that, and just trust the process of you, and just how you can continue to be better and better and better, and bring those with you up with you. Like, you obviously want to become a really good athlete, but the best thing you can do is bring those around you with you. But just know it's okay to fail. That's the key thing. They want to see it. It's okay. I promise you're not going to lose a scholarship. You're not going to go out of NIL money. You're going to be fine. It's going to be A-okay. I wish I could have told myself that, though, because I was literally out there shitting my pants. Like, literally. Any other questions?
No, I gotta go, but thank you for answering all my questions.
Yeah, I hope I gave you guys some good pieces of advice. Wish I would have prepared a little bit more, but hopefully it was a good little bit tidbits here and there, and I'll probably see you guys again. Me and Ashley are in contact a lot, so hopefully. But if there's anything I can do to help you guys, feel free to reach out via Instagram or something, or ask Ashley, and I will definitely get with you guys if I can do anything to help. Best of luck to you guys, and have a great rest of your week.